I got it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Kiara, Kiara, Kiara.
3, 4, 5.
Hola. I know that bit. No, the short one.
Yeah.
You're just shy. I know this kid. Yeah, I know that one.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. We're going to get the Big Spring Middle School, whatever you want to call this. It's supposed to be a banquet, but it's evidently more of a ceremony underway. The meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Big Spring Middle School FFA Chapter. Madam Vice President, are all the officers at their station?
I shall call the roll of officers and determine if they are at their stations and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel. Through the station by the door. Your duties there? Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that this door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and the paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order. The reporter.
Stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag governs the United States of America, so I strive to affirm that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization stretching from the states of Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The historian.
Stationed at the chapter scrapbook.
What are your duties?
Tradition and history are a source of pride for our organization. It is my duty to maintain a record of chapter achievements and promote excellence through highlighting activities, events, and accomplishments so that our chapter membership is motivated by our past successes and looks to future achievements.
The treasurer.
Stationed by the emblem of Washington.
Your duties there?
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts carefully and accurately. I strive to build up our financial standing through savings and investments, and build up our financial standing. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by the Earth Corps.
Your duties there?
I keep an accurate record of all the meetings and I correspond with other secretaries wherever quorum grows and other FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here, by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I am asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice is always based on true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, who's placed beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 29 members present.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood,
Honor agricultural
accomplish our purposes, I now declare the meeting of the Big Spring Middle School FFA Chapter duly open for transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented. Alright, to first start off, I'd like to thank the two state FFA officers for coming out to join us in our ceremony. If you'd like to give them a round of applause. And then, next up, we would like to have everybody saying the creed come up. I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith born not of words, but of deeds, achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturalists in the promise of better days through better ways, even as the things we now enjoy have come to us through the struggle of former years.
I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in other agricultural pursuits is present as well as challenging. For I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life, and hold an inborn fondness with those associations which, even in hours of discouragement, I cannot deny.
I believe in leadership for myself and respect for others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and to think clearly, with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturists to serve our own and the ability and public interest of producing and marketing the product of our toil.
I believe in less dependence upon begging and more power in bargaining, in the life abundant, and enough honest wealth to make itself for others as well as myself, in less need for charity and more of it when is needed, in being happy myself a place wherever those whose happiness depends upon me.
I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part that inspiring task.
So at this point, I'd like to invite the state officers to come up and help me with passing out some awards. I feel very, very short here. So this year, even though it was kind of COVID times and kind of awkward at times, we still did a lot of things, especially since we just became an FFA chapter last January. So I'm excited about your enthusiasm and your passion for FFA and agriculture, and we're gonna just pass out some awards that are well deserved. So first we're gonna recognize people who did the All-In Conference. So if I call your name, you can come up and get a certificate for that. All right, Aiden Young. Lacey Lehman, Levi Dorsum, I don't see him here. Cord Hetrick, Ella Franklin, Emmett Prisk, Bond, Aubrey Boyd, Emma Wagner, Isabella Howe, Jordan Klinger, Eli Parthmore, Charlie Shaw, Alright, so we had a lot of people participate in this conference, and some of you probably had Emma or Elena be your workshop leaders when we participated. But thanks for going out on a limb and trying something new. Hopefully next year we can do ACES, which is an in-person conference, and we talked about that a little bit today. So awesome job. Thanks for being a leader. Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. Alright, the next thing that we're going to recognize is the people who took time out of their day on a Saturday to come here to do a livestock judging competition offered by Penn State University. So if I call your name, you can come up and get that certificate. Emmett Prisk, making you walk all the way back up here, bud. MJ Kaplan, Jordan Klinger, Dalton Murph, Jackson Holdsworth, and Cord Hetrick. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Good job. All right, this next award, this one is hard to get. And you have heard, I'm going to slide over because I can't see everybody over there. Just roll over here. Okay. All right, this one is hard to get. Not everybody can get this. It takes a lot of work. It takes effort. And actually, only students in the middle school can earn this degree. So if you enter 9th grade, you're not able to get that one. To get this degree, you had to, memorize a paragraph of the FFA Creed. You had to start your SAE project in something called AET. You had to know the FFA colors, the FFA motto, 2 important dates of the FFA. There might be something else, I'm not sure. But it takes a lot of work and determination. To help celebrate that awesomeness, when I call your name for the discovery degree, you're allowed to pick something out of that basket that Emma has up. All right, so there's some t-shirts and there's some hats. All right, so congratulations on earning that. That's a big deal. There's 5 degrees in the FFA, and this is the very first one to mark your journey. All right, so to start off, earning his degree just under the wire today, Jackson Holdsworth. Come on up, bud. All right, the last day of the president of the middle school chapter, Eli Parthmore. Come on up. Alright, this guy, he might be kind of short, but he's pretty tall at heart. Jordan Klinger. And this last one really isn't a shock to anybody. Charlie. Come on up. Charlie Shaw. I had to throw in a pun. I'm gonna have you guys see. I'm gonna get a picture of this one. Nice, cool. Good job, congratulations. All right, so we're gonna take a break from some of our awards, and I'm gonna reintroduce Elena and Emma, and they are going to take over for a little bit.
All right, well, thank you, Mrs. McIntyre, and thank you to all the Big Spring Middle FFA chapter members. We just had such a great day getting to know each of you and just spending some time getting to hear your story and why you're in FFA and why you're here today. And so we just want to say congratulations to all the members here on your great accomplishments this year. We know it was a challenging year. It looked and felt so different. But to be involved and continue to try and do new things is truly something to be proud of. And we're proud of each and every one of you. So again, thanks for having us here today. I'm going to hand it off to Elena, and she's going to provide us with some inspirational words. But I just wanted to say thank you for having us.
Thank you, Emma. I can still remember the very first time I put on my FFA jacket. I put on this boxy, cardboard-like blue corduroy jacket, and I had a long list of questions and doubts in the back of my mind. What was FFA going to be like? Was I going to have a place in this organization? And where would I go, or who would I meet? As I put on that FFA jacket for the very first time, I was able to stand beside one of my lifelong friends, who was like a brother to me, and feel the love and support of my family. I remember my mom's face glowing with pride that day, as I was able to wear the same FFA jacket she once wore. In that moment, as I put on my FFA jacket for the very first time, I was surrounded by the people who mean the most. Flash forward to about a year later, I had just walked off the stage at the Bryce Jordan Center at the state FFA convention, where I heard some exciting news. The first person at the bottom of the steps was my mom. Her eyes filled with tears as she told me how excited she was. The next few moments were filled with a phone call from my dad and grandma, text messages, and unending support from my FFA chapter. In that moment, I was surrounded by the people who mean the most. A few years later, I was in my senior year of high school and on my way to the National FFA Convention. This trip was by far one of my favorite memories throughout the FFA. Whether it was buying elk calls at Cabela's so we could drive my FFA advisor a little bit crazy on our long drive, or hearing the boys in the back of the van yell, "Jeep," every time we passed one on the interstate. We made memories and laughs that will last a lifetime. On our way to National FFA Convention, I was surrounded by the people who mean the most. Big Spring FFA, look around. These people here in this room are your people. These people will love you, encourage you, support you, and they will be honest with you, even when it hurts sometimes. I'm here to tell you that this blue corduroy jacket is a gift. And although I do love wearing my blue corduroy jacket, I've realized it's the people that surround you while wearing it that mean the most. Regardless of if events are in-person, virtual, or hybrid, you will always have a place to call home with the people who mean the most. Congratulations on a successful year in the blue corduroy. I know Emma and I are so proud of each and every one of you, and we truly did enjoy our day today together. Again, don't forget about the people who mean the most that surround you while wearing the blue corduroy. Thank you.
Thanks, Elena. That was good. I was like, oh my goodness. Was anybody here born before 2006? No. 2006 at the farm show was when I got my very first FFA jacket. And so I'm like, I remember that time. Like, when you get your first jacket, you don't forget that experience. And it is awkward. I still remember that weird feeling of putting it on. It's like, yeah, it is kind of boxy, but it's pretty cool. So we're glad you're part of the family, and she's right, it is a family when you're in FFA. All right, so we have a few more things to do today. We did this fun thing this year to recognize people from all the different grades. Okay, so some grade level awards, and they have some kind of quirky things. We're going to start with our 6th grade awards. There's 5 awards for each grade. This first award is the most active 6th grade award, and this goes to Blake Klaus. All right? To determine the most active member, what we did is we looked at that sticker chart, and whoever had the most stickers across their name, okay? None of the FFA officers will be getting these awards, because when you're an FFA officer, you're expected to participate in those things. But Blake is the most active 6th grader. He had the most things. All right, our next award goes to the most positive, or it's called the Positive Spark Award. This member is somebody who always has a smile and is willing to help people out and just ready to jump in and try new things. This goes to MJ Calvin. Most people don't know this about this person, but this person is the reason that we did the farm show milkshake thing a few days ago. She's the one who came up with the idea, and she's come up with a lot of ideas. I always get emails from her saying, Miss McIntyre, this thing happened. Could we maybe? I'm like, This is the Outstanding FFA Member Award. This goes to our very own Hannah Orris. This award is called the Golden Attitude Award. Somebody who, no matter what is happening, is willing to just put a positive spin on it and be like, it's all right, we'll make it work, it's all good. On this award, the certificate has a golden retriever, and this goes to Jaden Weller. This last award is called the Helping Hand Award. This Helping Hand Award is for somebody who's willing to help out no matter what. So willing that even on a hot day with a few seconds notice, he's willing to jump out of a truck and help out. Colt Cleveland, always willing to help out. All right, even if you're not up on the stage, you're still very important, and you've helped out with our organization a lot, and you've done incredible things. All right, congratulations to these 5 6th graders. And you guys can each grab a keychain. Okay, all right, and you can, thanks guys. Yeah. All right, we're moving on to 7th grade. Okay, same award categories. First one, most active. Looking across the chart, he had the most stickers next to his name. Landon Kiner. Here, Landon's here. Alright, so Landon was our most active FFA member for 6th grade. This person always positive, willing to try things and help out. Aubrey Boyd for Positive Spark Award. This person, he is the outstanding FFA member for 7th grade. Okay, constantly helping out, willing to try new things, and goes along with crazy ideas that his teacher puts in his head. Aaron Cribbs, outstanding FFA member. The next one, it is hard to find somebody who's smiling more than her. She's working hard and just willing to go out of her box a bit. Ella Franklin gets the Golden Attitude Award. And our last grade, or last award for 7th grade is the Helping Hand Award. That goes to Levi Dorsum. Even though he's not here, he's kind of quiet in front of people, but behind the scenes, he will work hard and he'll do anything to help someone out. So Levi gets that Helping Hand Award. All right, great job, 7th grade. All right, our last grade, 8th grade. Oh, they're leaving us, going off to the high school. Good for them. Okay, we will miss you though. All right, our most active 8th grader. This person's so cool. Her first and last initial are the same. Shaylin, woo! This person, she might talk a mile a minute, but she's super sweet and always nice to people. Okay, she gets a positive SPARK award. Any guesses on who might talk a lot? But who? No, this isn't Jazz. This is Becca. All right, Becca gets a positive SPARK award. Yeah, always has something positive to say, right, Becca? She has a good attitude. All right, this next one is Outstanding FFA Member Award. This goes to Jazz. All right, Jay Bush, come on up here, Jay. All right, I don't think this next person is here, but he gets the Golden Attitude Award. I have some funny pictures of him pushing somebody in a wheelbarrow yesterday. Wyatt Faircloth gets the Golden Attitude Award. And the last one, the Helping Hand Award. She's also pretty shy, but she does a lot. She's not here right now, but Allison Redkay, she gets the Helping Hand Award. All right, so that concludes this portion of our awards. So thank you, ladies. Right, next we're going to call up Charlie. Charlie has written a speech. I don't know what it's about. All right, so Charlie's coming on up.
I would like to thank you for coming today. Writing this speech was really hard. It was a very hard process for me. There were a lot of tears. From a family farm passed through generations to 4-H and FFA where my roots were planted. Agriculture has been a part of my lifestyle since a very young age. Being ringside at my sister's shows, to the day I was in the ring showing livestock. All of our journeys through agriculture are different. But there's one thing that brings us all together, and that is FFA. FFA is more than an organization. It's a family. From our small town in Pennsylvania, we've made state history. We, the Big Spring Middle School FFA chapter, are the first ever chartered middle school FFA chapter in Pennsylvania. For me, joining FFA was like flipping a new page in my book and starting a new chapter. From the first day I walked into my first FFA meeting, we were such a small group. And now we have over 35 active FFA members. I've grown tremendously as a person and leader through my 3 years of FFA. As FFA members, we have a lot of opportunities. From CDE to LDE competitions and SAEs, we can meet new people and have some of the best memories of our lives. We never realize how fast life actually goes until you have to close a chapter in it. I've loved being a part of our chapter. But the best thing that came out of joining FFA She's made an unbelievable impact on me. From the first day I stepped on the cross-country course, she welcomed me with a gracious smile. Through the past 3 years, McIntyre and I have grown very close. She's been my shoulder to cry on since day one. And supported and helped me make the hardest life choices for my future. If I ever needed someone to talk to, she was there. Sorry, I'm crying. Mrs. McIntyre has taught me more than just agriculture. She's taught me to be yourself and to be kind to everyone. Through her daily reminders, she's helped me become a better friend and a daughter. Every time she walks into any room, she fills it with a blissful and welcoming atmosphere. Outside of school, she's a loving wife, expecting mother, amazing track and cross-country crews, and a fantastic FFA advisor to go on trips with. Anyone should be blessed that Mrs. McIntyre in her life, like I do. I'm so grateful that she has shaped me to be the better individual. I would like to close with this. Your time at FFA is very valuable. So every time you put on your blue corduroy jacket, just make sure you remember every moment, because before you know it, you're going to be off to high school, and you'll graduate, and then we're all going to go different ways. But just remember, you always have a family in FFA.
Charlie didn't tell me what she was writing. She told me to bring tissues, and I did not bring tissues. Yeah. So, thanks, Charlie. That was very kind. I hope that you know, no matter where you go or what you do, that I will always be proud of you. Okay, whether you're going off to the high school, whether you're entering tech, whether you're just going into 8th grade or 7th grade. Okay, it doesn't matter what stage of life that you're in. If you're like, I don't know who to talk to or about anything, please know that you can send me an email, come to my classroom. All right? My job is to care about you as a person and to love you as a person and hope that you learn something when you're in my classroom. All right? But I'll always care about you first. All right? And hope that you learn and appreciate agriculture and the things that we do. But I go home a lot and I tell my family, I was like, I have the best job in the world because I love my students. All right, you guys are tremendous. And I constantly tell, like I'll call my parents and I'll be like, I can't wait to see this kid when they're in 12th grade. Like just the growth that you do in the short time that you're with me, like you guys are rock stars and you're all amazing leaders. And you're gonna continue to do tremendous things. And please know that if nothing else, you always have somebody who will believe in you, okay? I'll always be there to cheer you on, okay? I didn't plan all that. Yeah. So we just have a few more things to do. I want to take a few moments now to recognize some of our retiring officers, okay? Last year was crazy. The officer application, it was online, and I just asked people to fill out a Google form, and then I had some ag teachers help to pick who the officer team was. And that officer team, they rose to the occasion. They worked hard. And even though it was a weird start and we couldn't be in person, they came to summer meetings, and we planned and we made things happen. And I'm so proud of them. So I'm going to go grab the certificates and then start to call them out. this first certificate, this is going to go to our very own historian. He shows up to everything. He is willing to help. He will do anything you ask without saying, oh, why do I have to do this? Always positive. He is a hard worker. He's a phenomenal guy. Our historian, and we are fortunate to have him for another year, Aiden Young. Come on up now. Funny, sometimes ornery. Okay, I see two of them pointing at themselves. All right, so we have it narrowed down. He is a hard worker. Sometimes he always talks about his aunt, who was a former FFA member and willing to help. A tremendous family. Even though he talks a lot, he will do anything for you. Jackson Holdsworth, come on up here. This one, I was bragging about him to his grandmother the other day, and I said, this one here, oh, he knows it. Jordan, I said, you know, Jordan is the kind of guy, if I tell him something once, I know it's going to be done. He is so responsible and reliable. It doesn't matter what you ask him. He's somebody who I don't have to follow up with and say, oh, did you do this? Can you do this? He's something, if it's once, it is done, and it is done well. Jordan, you make me proud. Congratulations. All right, this guy can talk to you about tractors any day, and he'll be happy to do this. He loves to help his dad with construction. He is a hard worker and super passionate about what he does and about our FFA chapter. And you guys, I can't wait to see him continue to grow and get involved at the high school level. He is super kind. I can never spell his last name right, though. I'm sorry about that. It is our very own Memphis Ducati. Come on up here, buddy. This one, his older brother warned me about him. His older brother's in the high school, and he told me, he's like, before I even met him, he's like, I have a younger brother. And I was like, okay. And he's like, you gotta watch out for him. And I was like, what? I remember talking with him at lunch duty and giving me those warnings about this kid, and I'm like, what is going on? But I am blessed to be able to know him and thankful that he'll be here another year. He does work hard. He has a great work ethic, and he's kind and responsible. And also, he filled in as secretary halfway through the year when Trinity had to leave and switch schools. He stepped up. There was an empty position, and Cord rose to that occasion, and he's been really terrific on the team. Cord, happy to have you. Come on up. This person, she can bring a teacher to tears. Charlie did know me since my first year coaching cross country. I met her in the summer before 6th grade even started, and Charlie just kind of took over. I don't think I've ever met a student so organized and so kind and just kind of together. I was impressed with her as a 6th grader. I'm even more impressed with her now as an 8th grader. And I am so, so thankful to be able to say that I got to spend these past 3 years with her. Charlie, even though you're going to do great things, don't forget about me. All right, I think that was everyone, right? Oh, Eli. Oh, just kidding. Could never forget about Eli. done a tremendous job leading us as our chapter president this year, and always able to help and be kind to each other. And his parents are willing to help with everything too, which is nice. I am so proud of this team. They have done such a great job of leading our middle school FFA chapter, especially since we're pretty much still a brand new chapter. We've done a lot of amazing things, and we have some great examples of leaders who helped us to get there. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, that sounds good. You do it first. Yeah. All right, so at this point, this is what some of you have been anxiously waiting for several days. It's probably been driving you crazy. Okay, so let me start before Jordan and Charlie introduce the new FFA officer team. Let me start by saying it is great to have so many people run. Unfortunately, not everybody was able to get elected because we have only 7 positions to fill. We had 9 people who ran. Okay, even if you did not get an officer position, you should be extremely proud of yourself because you put yourself out there. All right, you tried something new. For everybody who interviewed on Monday, it was your first time interviewing. Like, holy cow, that is a big deal. Okay, you handled that better than some adults. I was bragging about you to my family and to some of my teacher friends. I'm like, those kids, even at that young age, they walked into an interview with 3 people staring at them. And they rocked it, all right? You should be proud of yourselves, okay? So regardless of the outcome, even if you don't get a position, I encourage you to apply again next year or try new things. Still stay involved because a title or an officer position, that does not make you a leader. Your actions and your words, that makes you a leader, all right? So please know that we are all proud of you. The nominating committee of Jordan, Charlie, and Claire Kohik, they struggled a lot trying to figure out who our next year's officer team is going to be. So I'm going to let them take it away. New officers, as you come up, feel free when you get your certificate to also grab one of those bags if you'd like.
Hello. Hopefully my speech is a little more happier than Charlie's. Okay, what is an FFA officer? An FFA officer is open-minded to new ideas, able to think outside the box, and is a great leader. They are able to adapt to any situation, no matter how dire the situation is. Sitting in the audience today are 9 amazing, opportunistic, responsible kids. This past Monday, these 9 kids have gone through their first ever interview, not knowing anything about the questions or even the process. It was an arduous effort to just narrow down these candidates to 7. They all did an outstanding job, and the decision was tough, and many skillful options were presented. But in the end, Charlie Shaw, Claire Cohen, and myself were able to conclude the V7. When I call your name, please join me on stage. Descent. She may be shy, but she is very welcoming and helpful. Please give it up for Lily Gordon. Next up, historian. He's a little tall, but he's a good scrapbooker. Please give it up for Aiden Young. Treasurer. He's well known for showing his nose. Please congratulate Ford Hedrick. Reporter. Although she didn't have an interview, she has shown us the amount of effort she is willing to put in through her application. Please give it up for Elena Rock. Is she not here? Okay. Secretary. She's very organized and knows just about everyone. Please give it up for Lacey Lehman. The debate between the vice president and the president was an extensive one. Between these 2 candidates, they both showed great leadership, perseverance, and other redeeming qualities. And in the end, we were able to conclude the following. Please welcome your new Vice President, Hannah Orders, and your new President, Jackson Holdsworth. Give one more round of applause for the new 2021-2022 FFA officers.
Alright, so that officially concludes our very first FFA celebration for our middle school. But before you leave today, please come up and grab a cup if you'd like. And in each FFA cup is some candy, also some stickers, but help yourself to a cup if you want. Alright, thanks for coming out. It's about that time for your families to be coming to pick you up. Those of you who are doing the livestock thing, we have about 10 minutes and I need you in my classroom and we're gonna get ready to do that competition. All right, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye guys.